part 3. Woo! Hey, y'all asked for it, so I'm giving it to you. Okay, now we're on to clinicals. Clinicals. Don't be late. Don't ever be late for class even, but especially do not be late for clinicals. So do a drive-by. Anytime I found out where my clinical rotation was going to be, whether it was for the nursing home, the long-term care facility, then mental health, and then peds and maternity, those 2 were at the same hospital, but do a drive-by the night before, the day before, or as soon as you find out where your location's going to be, find out where it is. Physically drive there. It's very important. I always set my car, and this drives my husband absolutely insane, but it has helped me so much, can I tell you. The clock in your car, my watch, 10 minutes fast. 10 minutes fast, and believe it or not, I actually do forget that I set it quick. If they say to be there at 6:30, you tell yourself 6 o'clock. If you have a classmate that's constantly asking you, and you love them to pieces, but if they're like, oh, what time do we have to be there? And they're usually the ones borderline, right on time, if not a little late, you tell them 20 minutes to half an hour earlier than what they need to be there. They will thank you, okay? You're up early anyway, so you cannot, because listen, these hospitals and clinics and wherever we go, they don't have to let us come there. They're doing our school a favor, okay? So if you show up late, you're making yourself look bad, and they are paying attention because you're always representing yourself, your instructor, they are definitely paying attention, and you are representing them and your school. I mean, come on, people, have some pride. This is professionalism. If this nurse that's going to be showing you around or whatever always sees you coming in late, do you think she would say, hey, you know what, that student nurse, yeah, that's someone that I think we might want to keep tabs on, and after graduation maybe snag her up. Oh, wait a minute, she was always late, or had a bad attitude, or was mouthy, or rolled her eyes. So how you act from the time you show up to the time you leave, I want you to know you are always representing yourself, your instructor, and your school. So grow up, Buttercup. If that's something hard for you to do, you need to learn how to just holler on your way home to yourself in your car. I've done that plenty of times. But clinicals, take it seriously. It's not a joking matter, okay? Take care of these patients as if they were your family. Therapeutic conversation, how to talk to people, how to ask them how they're feeling. Don't ever come across accusing or like you don't care. Always have that, even if you don't have a lot of time, never make them feel like you don't have time for them. Treat them how if you were in that bed, or your son or your daughter, your grandparent, your aunt, your loved one, whoever you adore is in that bed. What kind of nurse do you want them to have? Because that's the kind of nurse you need to be, okay? You need to be attentive. You need to wash your hands when you come in and when you leave. Wash your hands. Let them see that. Let them see the little bit of care. All these little things really add up, okay? Never think you know more than anybody else. CNAs that are working there, can I tell you, they're the backbone of everything. I worked with some fabulous ones. My first semester in nursing school, she taught me so much, can I tell you? And I was always asking her, what can I do to help you out? You know, once I got the routine and because she never got a break. Ever. They were under me. It was crazy. You know, if we had something under control, there were 3 of us students, I'm like, go take 5 minutes, you know, go sit in the bathroom for 5, we've got this bath change, we've got it, we've got the bed made, whatever. So only once you know what you're doing. But trust me, if you're good to them, they will take care of you as well, and know that you can be that buffer between that hard to handle patient and their family to the nurse or the doctor, or vice versa. A wonderful patient that might be a little shy to ask for something or might feel intimidated by a certain nurse or doctor, you're that buffer, you're their voice. So you need to have that thick skin, and you need to do what you need to do for your patient. Understand that some family members, if they're upset or they're cranky to you, or they snap on you, or they come out every 5 minutes, they just may not understand what's going on, and they're nervous and they're scared, or they're used to the ones being in control, and there's nothing they can do. They don't understand what all these tubes and things are for. So go in and educate them on what everything does. I remember when my dad had his heart surgery, we had the best medical staff at Madigan Army Medical Center. Can I tell you, the surgeon came in one day, pulled up a chair, and sat down. I never met a doctor who did that, ever. He said, "What questions do you have for me?" Now, the nurse had just told us that he would be in, but it would be brief because he's a busy man. You know, that not once did he ever make us feel that he didn't have enough time. And I remembered he didn't have a lot of time. But I still think he was in there like 20 minutes with us, just asking questions. And it got to where we had so many questions, you know, he made a date with us later in the afternoon in the family lounge to where we had his full attention. So I don't know if that was his lunch. I don't know. He mapped out time for us. He was absolutely, and that is what I remember. Those nurses, they came in and they were laughing and joking. They were busy too, but he had exceptional care, and so did my father-in-law in Strong Hospital in New York, upstate New York. And one of them, I distinctly remember student nurse, and I was like, I would never have guessed she was student nurse because she just seemed like, maybe she was second year, I don't know, she just seemed like she knew what she was doing and everything. And there was one question I asked and she didn't have the answer, but she said, you know, I'm not sure, but I'll check and I'll get back to you. And she did. Within 10-15 minutes, she was back with me with the answer. And actually, the nurse that she was shadowing that day came in as well, but that student nurse answered my question, but the other nurse was with her. It was just, you know, those are the people I learned from, even before I went back to school for my prereqs. Those are the people I have in my mind of the type of nursing, the type of medical care I want to give my patients. Gosh, I think I'm almost done. I know, you're very thankful, I'm sure. Like I said, help with any task. It doesn't matter if it's cleaning up, making a bed, whatever. If you have time, if you're not doing your charting or your paperwork that you need to do for your school, but you see a nurse or CNA doing anything, offer to help. Oh, try and shadow. I'm doing a shadow day in our local hospital in the ER one day, and I'm trying to get into the NICU. I don't know if that's going to work out or not. But if you can go to somewhere where there's a lot of action and you're not doing any skills, you're not doing anything, but you're just shadowing, you're watching. This is real life. This is not, you know, it's more fast-paced. It's going to give you a taste of maybe it'll help you realize maybe what you need to work on, what you do well, whatever. And you can really get to know, start using your people skills at the very least, you know, with the nurses and the doctors and the patients and the families and such. So try and shadow once you're in a nursing program. But first, of course, ask your clinical instructors if that's okay first. We were allowed to, so yeah. And we did that on our own. We would just email the person in the ED, emergency department, and they set up days for us to come and shadow. And they said if you really want to see the action, it's like a Sunday night to a Monday. For some reason, those are busy times. Never forget, when you become a nurse, what it was like to be a student. You're nervous, you're scared, you're going to goof up. You might make your nurse get behind a little bit because she has to do whatever for you or with you or whatever, but just remember what it was like to be a student, and never forget where you came from. Pass the love along, break that cycle. I already had another video on that. And also, when we ended our clinical rotations, this is just me, but at least give a verbal thank you. But I got a thank you card, and I had all of my classmates sign it, and then I brought in like Dunkin' Donut holes or muffins, and it's just a thank you for saying thank you for letting us come to your hospital or your facility. We appreciate it. I would always sign it by my school's name, nursing class of December 2014, you know, so they kind of know, you know, because, you know, you're always networking, but do it as a sincere thank you. Mind you, you know, it's just manners. It's just thanking them because they didn't have to let you be there. Okay, I covered it all. If I missed anything, if you guys have specific questions that I didn't cover, absolutely please leave the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you to all my old subscribers who have been with me. Thank you so much, and welcome to all my new subscribers. You guys are amazing. I am at like 915 subscribers. I'm almost to 1,000, so when I get to 1,000, we'll have another giveaway. And yeah, so pass my name along, and I do this for you guys. Not only is it kind of a journey diary for me, but if I could help anybody out with anything, that's what I'm here for. So I enjoy each and every one of you. You're very kind to me. You leave me some fabulous, sweet comments that truly keep me humble, and I just thank you all. So, I cry watching Little House on the Prairie, but anyway, I mean it. So, I love you. Mwah! Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!